If you're watching this right now, it's not an accident. Something deep within you was pulled here. Because what you're facing is not just a rough season. It's a spiritual war. And the reason it feels so intense, so overwhelming, is because you're right on the edge of your breakthrough. But here's the truth. The war always gets louder when your destiny is about to be revealed. You're not losing it. You're being tested, refined, and prepared. You, chosen one, are in the fire, but not to burn. You're in the fire to be shaped into the weapon God will use next. You've probably been asking yourself, why is everything falling apart? Why do I feel so isolated? Why do I keep losing people, opportunities, peace? And the answer is this: you're not cursed, you're chosen. And the chosen always get hit the hardest before elevation. Right now, the spiritual realm is shaking because your light is threatening the darkness that's been ruling too long. You're not imagining things. The attack on your mind, your body, your emotions, it's all real. But it's also a sign that you are a serious threat to the enemy's agenda. You were never meant to be average. That's why average doesn't sit right with you. That's why fitting in has always felt like suffocation. God didn't design you to blend in. He set you apart. That spiritual pressure you're feeling, it's not punishment. It's the weight of purpose. The enemy sees it. Hell knows your potential. And now, the spiritual war is at its peak. This is your test. Will you break or will you break through? Every chosen one goes through this stage, a season where nothing makes sense, where you question everything. Your faith, your path, your worth. But in those moments, those sleepless nights, those tear-soaked pillows, God is watching, not from a distance, but right beside you. Because this is not just a war, it's a refining, a spiritual boot camp. And only the real ones make it out. Only those who surrender the ego, the fear, the need to control. And you, yes, you, are still standing. That means something. That means you haven't given up. That means there's more for you to do, more for you to become. The storm you're facing isn't just about what's being taken from you. It's about what's being revealed in you. That strength, that resilience, that divine calling that you keep trying to suppress to make others comfortable. Stop. You weren't created for comfort. You were created for greatness. When God marks someone as chosen, He doesn't give them an easy path. He gives them power. But that power has to be activated through pressure, through isolation, through betrayal, through moments where the only thing you have left is faith. And guess what? That's enough. That's always been enough. The enemy wants you to believe you're alone, but you're not. There's a whole army of angels surrounding you, guiding your steps, blocking what would have destroyed you, even when you didn't see it. And I know it's hard. I know it feels unfair. You're watching people who don't even try to do the right thing get ahead. You're watching people betray you and walk away untouched. But trust this, God's not done. He's just letting the story build, letting the plot twist surprise everyone who counted you out. This isn't the end. It's the part where the main character, the chosen one, rises. And when you rise, you'll do it with clarity, with humility, and with divine strength. The kind of strength that only comes from surviving a war you weren't supposed to win. So stop worrying. Yes, the spiritual war is at its peak. Yes, the heat is real. But you were made for this. You've already overcome more than most people know. You've already walked through fire and didn't come out smelling like smoke. That's not luck. That's destiny. That's purpose. And now the test is here. Can you hold your faith when everything around you is screaming for your attention? Can you stay anchored when the waves are trying to drown you? Can you trust that God is still good, even when it feels like He's silent? This is your moment to choose. Not comfort, not control, but surrender. Radical, unwavering surrender. Because on the other side of that surrender is power. Real power, the the kind of power that breaks generational curses, the kind of power that shifts atmospheres, the kind of power that the world has been waiting for you to walk in. And once you awaken to it, there's no going back. Once you rise in it, nothing can stop you. You were chosen, and that means the war was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. You see, chosen one, the pressure you're feeling isn't just spiritual noise. It's spiritual recognition. The enemy recognizes who you are before you do. That's why the attacks came early. That's why the warfare started when you were still just a child. You were marked before you ever understood what being chosen even meant. And because you carry something sacred, something rare, you've always attracted resistance. But what the enemy didn't realize is this. Every battle made you stronger. Every rejection redirected you. Every loss positioned you closer to your assignment. You may have thought you were breaking, but really, you were being rebuilt. Piece by piece, layer by layer. God wasn't punishing you. He was stripping away everything that was never meant to follow you into your destiny. You had to lose some people. You had to let go of some habits. You had to feel abandoned, overlooked, even forgotten. Because only then could you be emptied enough to be filled with divine power. Real power. The kind that doesn't shake when life does. You're not crazy for feeling things others don't. You're not broken because you see through the surface. You're gifted, spiritually sensitive. And yes, that sensitivity comes with weight. You feel other people's pain. You discern hidden agendas. You sense when something's off even when it looks fine on the outside. That's not paranoia. That's insight. That's discernment. That's your spirit telling you the truth long before your eyes catch up. But here's what the enemy hopes you'll never figure out. Once you stop doubting yourself, once you stop apologizing for your calling, once you stop shrinking to make others feel comfortable, you'll become unstoppable. Your presence alone will shift rooms. Your voice will carry weight. Your light will expose lies without you even speaking. That's why they're intimidated. That's why people pull away. It's not rejection. It's spiritual reaction. People feel your energy before you enter a space because your soul carries truth. It carries authority. And when someone isn't ready to face their own darkness, your light becomes too much. But don't dim it. Don't hide. Don't shrink. God didn't bring you this far to tame you. He brought you here to awaken you, to remind you that you are the answer to prayers others haven't even whispered yet, that your life is not just a journey, it's a message. Chosen one, there is a generation waiting for your obedience, waiting for your healing, waiting for your testimony. And yes, the battle is fierce. Yes, the warfare is exhausting. But you weren't chosen for comfort. You were chosen for impact. You were chosen for transformation. And every time you choose faith over fear, obedience over ease, growth over comfort, you're pushing back the darkness. Right now, heaven is watching. Not to see if you're perfect, but to see if you'll persist. To see if you'll rise when everything tries to hold you down. To see if you'll trust God even when it looks like He's late. Because He's never late. He's strategic. He's intentional. And sometimes, His silence is not absence, it's preparation. The teacher is always quiet during the test. And this is your test. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs originals. It needs you. The real you. The healed you. The bold you. The anointed you. And that version of you is being forged in this fire. It's being born in this spiritual war. Every tear is watering your purpose. Every setback is building your stamina. Every closed door is a redirection to something greater. And I need you to hear this. You haven't missed your moment. You're not too late. You're not behind. You are right on time for what God has planned for you. The enemy wants you to panic, to rush, to compare. But God is saying, be still. I'm working behind the scenes. I'm setting the stage. I'm preparing the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing. Just stay faithful. Stay in the secret place. Stay rooted in prayer. Stay connected to your assignment. Because while the world is spinning in chaos, You are being positioned in clarity. While others are breaking, you're being built. While others chase validation, you're being set apart. That's the power of the calling on your life. That's the evidence that you're chosen. So lift your head, wipe your tears, stand in your authority. The spiritual war may be raging, but your victory is certain. This is not the end. This is the turning point. The moment the chosen one, yes, you, steps into everything you were created for. The shift is already happening. You've been feeling it in your spirit. That sense that something big is about to break through. You can't explain it, but you feel the heaviness pressing down and the expectancy rising up at the same time. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. Heaven is aligning things in your favor even while the world looks like it's falling apart. What you're going through right now isn't meant to destroy you. It's designed to expose you, to bring to the surface everything that needs healing, everything that needs strengthening, and everything that has been hiding in the shadows. Because you can't fight a spiritual war with a weak identity. You have to know who you are, and not just with words, but with unshakable certainty. That's what this test is about. God is letting you confront what you've been avoiding. The fears, the doubts, the limitations you've unknowingly agreed to. Because when the blessing comes, and it is coming, you have to be ready to carry it. Not just receive it, but protect it, steward it, multiply it. That level of responsibility requires discipline. It requires maturity. It requires trust. And that's what this season is building in you. Some of the people who walked away couldn't see your worth. That's not your loss. It's protection. God removed them not because He was punishing you, but because He was preparing you. You were starting to doubt your glow because they couldn't handle the heat. You were starting to question your value because they failed to recognize it. But don't you see? Their rejection wasn't a reflection of your lack. It was a revelation of their inability. And now you're being set apart. You've probably noticed how isolating this journey has felt, how quiet it's gotten. That's not abandonment, that's refinement. God silences the noise so you can hear Him clearly. He removes the distractions so you can focus on your purpose. Because when the battle intensifies, you need clarity more than comfort. You need truth more than company. Chosen one, don't mistake this silence for stillness. You may not see movement, but heaven is moving. Angels have been dispatched. Doors are being prepared. Conversations are happening about you in rooms you haven't even entered yet. The very things that were delayed are now being redirected in your favor. What was once held back is being released, and what seemed like a curse is actually turning into the catalyst for your next level. But here's the test. You have to keep believing even when nothing looks like it's working. You have to speak life while walking through what feels like death. You have to declare victory while standing in the middle of the battle. Because faith isn't proven in comfort, it's proven in conflict. That's where your authority is forged. That's where your voice gains power. That's where your calling becomes undeniable. And that's why the spiritual war is peaking right now, because you're on the brink of breakthrough. The enemy isn't fighting you over where you are. He's fighting you over where you're headed. Your future is a threat. Your obedience is dangerous. Your voice carries weight. And if you ever fully walk in who God created you to be, darkness will lose territory. Chains will break. Cycles will end. Generations will shift. So you have to rise. Not tomorrow. Not when things feel better. Right now. This moment is your proving ground. This storm is your classroom. This pressure is the place where diamonds are formed. Don't run from it. Don't numb it. Don't silence your spirit just to make others feel more comfortable. Own your fire. Stand in your light. Remember who you are and whose you are. You were never called to fit in. You were called to stand out. And that comes with spiritual weight. But you were built for this. God knew what He was doing when He called you. He knew about the wounds. He knew about the fear. He knew about the weaknesses. And still, He chose you. That means the plan doesn't rely on your perfection. It relies on your willingness. Are you willing to trust Him in the unknown? Are you willing to obey when it's uncomfortable? Are you willing to rise when everything says you should fold? If the answer is yes, then get ready. Because everything is about to change. The spiritual war may be at its peak, but so is your preparation. So is your alignment. So is your favor. You've come too far to give up now. You've endured too much to shrink back. And the same God who brought you through the last season will not abandon you in this one. He's sharpening you. He's stretching you. He's strengthening you for what's next. And what's coming isn't small. It's massive. It's generational. It's divine. It's your time. You've been tested before, but this is different. This is the defining moment. The point where everything you've learned, everything you've endured, will now come together. It's not just a test of strength or endurance. It's a test of your alignment, your ability to stay grounded in your purpose, even when the world tries to pull you in every direction. You're not here by accident. You're not facing these battles by coincidence. This spiritual war, this trial, is part of your divine destiny. It's a confirmation that you are on the right path, that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, even when it doesn't always feel like it. The enemy's attacks are not random. They're strategic. And so is your response. Each challenge, each setback, is an opportunity for you to grow, to learn, and to come out stronger. And it's not about what you see in the natural. It's about what's happening in the spiritual realm. Your victory is already written in the stars. It's already sealed in heaven. But in order to claim it, you have to walk through the storm with faith, with resilience, and with unwavering trust in God's timing. This season is all about learning to trust God in the unseen. It's about knowing that even when you can't see the way forward, He's already made the way. He's already working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything in your favor. So stop worrying. Stop second-guessing yourself. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. The trials you're facing right now are not designed to break you. They're designed to break open something inside you. They're designed to unlock your potential. They're pushing you to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. And though the enemy may be doing everything in his power to distract you, to confuse you, to make you feel like you're losing, the truth is, you're winning. You're winning because you are still standing. You're still pressing forward, even when everything inside you is screaming to give up. And that persistence, that's what's going to take you into the next season. That's what's going to shift everything. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about continuing to move forward, even when it feels like the ground beneath you is shaking. God doesn't call the perfect. He calls the willing. And you are willing. You are choosing to trust Him, to believe in His promises, and to move forward even when it's hard. And that's why the enemy is attacking you. He sees the greatness inside you. He sees the anointing that's on your life, the purpose that's unfolding, the blessings that are coming. And he wants to stop it, but he can't. He's powerless against you because you are covered by the blood of Jesus. You are protected by a divine shield, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But you need to know something. The enemy will try to get into your mind. He'll try to convince you that you're not worthy, that you're not enough, that you'll never make it. But those are lies. Lies that are designed to keep you stuck in fear and doubt. And you can't afford to entertain those lies any longer. You can't afford to let them dictate your reality. Because the truth is, you are chosen. You are anointed. You are destined for greatness. The fact that you're facing this battle is proof that something huge is on the horizon. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the more intense the battle will be. But the good news is, you've been equipped for this. You have everything you need inside of you to overcome this. You have the Holy Spirit guiding you, the Word of God empowering you, and a destiny that's waiting for you on the other side. Don't be afraid of the fight. Don't shrink back from the pressure. Embrace it, because this is what you were made for. This is the moment you've been preparing for your entire life. And remember, God is with you every step of the way. You are not alone in this battle. Even when it feels like you're standing in the fire alone, know that God is right there with you, holding you, protecting you, and guiding you through every step. You are never forsaken. You are never abandoned. And you will never fail as long as you stay rooted in Him. So stop worrying. Stop doubting. Stop fearing. You're not fighting this battle alone. You're not walking this journey alone. Heaven is backing you. And with God on your side, you can't lose. Now let's talk about what's happening inside of you right now. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel like you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But I want you to hear this loud and clear. The pressure you're feeling, it's shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. In the midst of this spiritual war, you are not just surviving, you are transforming. This is the refining process. This is the moment when you're being prepared for the abundance that's about to come into your life. You see, diamonds don't form without pressure. Gold doesn't shine without going through the fire. And the same goes for you. You are being refined, purified, and made ready for the blessings that are coming your way. It might not look like it right now, but every battle you're facing is part of the process. And I know it's hard to understand in the moment, but God is not allowing you to go through this just to break you. No, He's allowing it to build you up. He's allowing it to mold you into the strong, unstoppable force that you were always meant to be. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? But the truth is, you were chosen for this. You were handpicked for this journey. You have been anointed for this assignment. You're not just going through this for the sake of going through it. No, every step is preparing you for something bigger than you could ever imagine. And you can trust that everything you're facing right now is going to work together for your good. I know the road hasn't been easy. I know the weight of the spiritual war feels heavy, and you may even feel like you're losing some days. But let me remind you of something. You are a warrior. You have been equipped to win this fight, and you will. There's no defeat in you. There's only victory. And that victory is inevitable. But here's the key. When you're in the middle of the storm, when everything around you feels chaotic, that's when you need to anchor yourself in faith. Faith is the foundation that will keep you steady while the world around you shakes. It's your faith that will keep you from falling, even when everything in you wants to give up. The enemy's goal is to make you doubt yourself, to make you question everything you've believed. He wants you to focus on the temporary struggles and forget about the eternal victory that's ahead. But you have to choose not to listen to him. You have to choose to stand firm in your faith, to trust in God's promises, and to keep moving forward, no matter what. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, the test is intense. But understand this. You are not alone in this fight. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are part of a divine army that is being raised up to shift the atmosphere, to bring change, and to make an impact. You were born for such a time as this. You were chosen to be here, to endure, to rise. And as you stand firm in your faith, you're not just fighting for yourself. You're fighting for everyone who will come after you. You're fighting for those who will be impacted by the power of your testimony, by the power of your story. Your victory will be their victory. So don't shrink back. Don't let the pressure make you crumble. Instead, let it push you forward. Let it push you into the next level of your destiny. You are destined for greatness, and you will not be defeated. Now is not the time to back down. Now is not the time to lose hope. Now is the time to rise and take your place in the kingdom. God has been preparing you for this moment, and He has equipped you with everything you need to win. So stand strong, stand tall, and know that victory is already yours. The shift is happening, and you are right in the middle of it. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every attack from the enemy is going to backfire. And the breakthrough you've been praying for is on the way. You have what it takes to win this battle. You have the strength, You have the resilience. You have the faith. And above all, you have the favor of God on your side. So stop worrying. Trust in God. Trust in the process. And know that no matter what it looks like, you're coming out of this stronger than you've ever been. You're coming out victorious, ready to step into the next season of your life with power, purpose, and anointing. As you walk through this spiritual war, you might feel like there's no end in sight. You might even feel like you're walking through a desert with no water, no shade, no sign of relief. But I want you to know something, chosen one. This desert is temporary. This season of struggle, of pain, of waiting, is not your final destination. You are being led somewhere. God is preparing you for the blessing that is about to hit your life in a way that you could never have imagined. It might not make sense now, but trust that everything happening is leading you to the breakthrough you've been praying for. You see, when God calls you to something greater, it doesn't always come easy. It doesn't come without challenges, but you were never meant to walk the easy path. You were meant to walk the powerful path. You were meant to be an example of strength, resilience, and unwavering faith. And you're being tested right now, not because God is punishing you, but because He's preparing you for greatness. And I know it might feel like the weight is unbearable. You may feel like you've been in this battle for too long. But here's what I want you to understand. The test you're going through is refining you. It's molding you into the person you need to become in order to hold the blessings that are coming your way. If you don't go through this process, you might not be able to handle what's about to manifest in your life. This is the time to dig deep. This is the time to find that strength you didn't even know you had. Because the enemy is going to do everything he can to get you to quit, to get you to give up. He'll whisper lies into your ear, telling you that you're not enough, that it's too late, that you missed your chance. But let me tell you something, chosen one. God's timing is perfect, and He's never late. You are not too late. You are right where you need to be. God's hand is upon your life, and He's guiding you every step of the way. Don't let the lies of the enemy tell you otherwise. Your victory is already assured. You just have to hold on a little longer, keep pushing, and keep trusting that God is working behind the scenes on your behalf. And here's the thing. The enemy is scared of you. Yes, I said it. He's scared of the power that's rising up inside of you. He's scared of what you're about to do, because he knows that once you fully step into your power, there's nothing that can stop you. So, what does he do? He tries to confuse you, discourage you, distract you, and keep you in a state of fear. But you know better than to fall for those lies. Every time you rise above the enemy's attacks, you weaken his hold over your life. Every time you press forward, despite the challenges, you show the enemy that you will not be defeated. Every time you hold on to your faith, you are declaring that you believe in God's promises more than the enemy's lies. And that, chosen one, is what makes you unstoppable. So, the next time you feel like you're at your breaking point, I want you to remember this. You were built for this. You were built for the battles you're facing right now. You were built for the challenges ahead. You were built to overcome. And you will overcome. Because what's on the other side of this test is more than worth it. What's coming is bigger than you can even imagine. The blessing, the favor, the breakthrough, the purpose, it's all waiting for you on the other side. But you have to stay strong. You have to keep moving forward, even when you can't see the end. You have to keep trusting in God, even when the road gets tough. And most importantly, you have to keep fighting, even when everything inside of you says to quit. Don't quit. You're almost there. You see, the enemy doesn't fight you this hard for nothing. He fights you because he knows what's on the other side of your victory. He knows that once you break through this barrier, you're going to change the world. You're going to shift things. You're going to change the atmosphere. And he's terrified of that. But what he doesn't understand is that the more he pushes you, the stronger you get. The more he attacks, the more you rise. Every time he tries to take you down, you get back up, more powerful than before. So, Don't worry about the fight. Don't worry about the attacks. Don't worry about the struggles. God is with you, and He has already given you the victory. You are not just a survivor, you are a warrior. You are not just a follower, you are a leader. You are not just here by accident. You are here on purpose. You see, chosen one, there are certain things that you need to understand in this season. This war you're facing, it's not a physical battle. It's a spiritual one. The enemy can't touch you physically because God has placed a hedge of protection around you. But what he can do is try to affect your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. And that's exactly where the battle is taking place. The enemy knows that if he can get into your mind and fill it with doubt, fear, and confusion, he can keep you from walking in your full purpose. That's why he tries to remind you of every failure, every mistake, every wrong decision. He wants to keep you stuck in the past, believing that your future is already ruined. But I want you to hear me clearly, chosen one. Your past does not define your future. The mistakes you made, the times you stumbled and fell, those things are not what God is focused on. God is focused on what He's about to do in your life. He's focused on the new things He's bringing to pass. And I want you to embrace this truth. Your best days are still ahead of you. Right now, you might feel overwhelmed. You might feel like everything is coming against you at once, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But the truth is, God is using this time to strengthen you. He's allowing the challenges to come so that you can grow, so that you can build your faith, so that you can learn to lean on Him in ways you've never done before. And I know it's hard. I know it feels like you're fighting a battle on every front. But listen closely. God is not allowing this war to defeat you. He is using it to elevate you. He is using this war to bring you to a place of power, of authority, and of victory. The battles you're facing now are just stepping stones leading you to the greatness that God has in store for you. The enemy wants you to believe that you're alone in this fight. He wants you to think that you're fighting this battle by yourself. But I want you to understand something. You are never alone. God is right there with you, every step of the way. His presence surrounds you. His strength empowers you. And His favor goes before you. You are not fighting this battle alone, and you are not going to lose. Every time the enemy tries to send a storm into your life, remember that God is the master of the storm. He controls everything. He's the one who calms the seas. He's the one who commands the winds. And if God is for you, who can be against you? So, don't allow the enemy's distractions to cause you to lose focus. Don't allow his lies to pull you away from what God is doing in your life. I know it's hard, but you have to press forward. You have to keep moving forward with your eyes fixed on the prize. The enemy wants you to stop, to doubt, to question everything. But you are stronger than that. You are chosen for this moment. You are called for such a time as this. You were not created to be defeated. You were not created to give up. You were created to overcome. And right now, you are in the process of becoming the person you were always meant to be. You're being refined, shaped, and prepared for something so much greater than you can see right now. The pain you're feeling, it's shaping you. The confusion you're facing, it's building your faith. The frustration you're experiencing, it's pushing you to trust God more than ever before. And I know it's tough. I know you want to give up sometimes, but don't. Because right on the other side of this struggle, there's a victory waiting for you. Right on the other side of this pain, there's a breakthrough that's going to change your life forever. So let me remind you once again, chosen one, you're not fighting this battle alone. God is with you. He's leading you through the storm, and He's about to take you to a place of peace, victory, and abundance. But you have to keep pressing on. You have to keep believing. You have to keep trusting that God is in control, even when it feels like everything is out of control. Because when the dust settles, you will stand victorious. You will stand on the other side of this battle, stronger than ever before. And when you look back on this season, you will see how far you've come. You will see how much you've grown. You will see the strength and the power that God has developed in you through this battle. So, don't let fear, doubt, or worry control you. Don't let the enemy keep you in a place of uncertainty. You are in the middle of a shift right now, and that shift is leading you to something bigger and better than you can even imagine. Stay strong. Stay focused. Keep fighting, because the victory is already yours.